Hello, my beautiful Virgo. What is up? What is hanging? So, I'm so super excited. I don't know if it's something in the air. Could that be something with the stars? I'm all about blue these days. And still, there is this extreme tension in regards to all the things. It's only a couple of things, but small things, and it's to be done. I don't know what you feel, Virgo, but do you feel that there is something specific you can't really relax before it's done? So you might as well just, slide out of the couch, slide out of the bed, and just get it done, whatever it is. So this is not going to be any specific read in regards to love or career. Whatever pops up is going to pop up, and we are going to have a look at what is going on. What is it that we're going to know now? I'm going to go through all the different houses and see what is there. Is there any tension? Is there anything that you need to let go of? I know for sure that it's difficult to let things go, things that we know, things that we love, things that we care about, without getting some kind of grief response or even fear, fear of the unknown. So it's time now to walk the line, and there is fire below. So you need to get used to how to balance the line, and let's get started and see what is it that Virgo needs to know right now. So we're heading into December. Whenever you see this, it is synchronized for you whenever you need it. I base all my reads on synchronicity. So whenever needed, pay good attention. So we do have here a steering wheel, a captain's wheel. And I didn't see it before I purchased the necklace, but it's a captain's wheel with the pentagram inside. And so for some of you, this simply is that it's time now that you are being the captain over your own ship, and don't let other I wanted to say crows, but that's offending to crows. Take steer or be the captain over your ship, telling you where you are going to land your ship into to what docks ever. And also, we all have an evil eye somewhere, someone who gives you the eye, because it's it's the ego. I don't like you. They could be competitive. There could be things that we're not even aware of, because it belongs to the dark side. We all have dark side. Sometimes it can be things that we are not even aware of that we are doing. So let's have a look and see what is going on in your houses, Virgo. Okay, so it seems to me that there is a lot of creativity going on here, and in regards to second house, this is basically keep your eyes on the ball. There is a very strong sexual energy attached, sexual, I'm not even know if I'm allowed to say it, but a strong root chakra energy here, not necessarily into negativity. It is a very healthy kind of energy in regards to the lingam, the yoni, balanced read, so to speak. It's almost like screaming yoga from it. Maybe that's time for you now. But you are in some kind of a grieving process where perhaps it could be tears of joy, in fact, or maybe it's like, I have to let go of this because I need to have a new beginning. And you're doing it beautiful, and you're doing it well, Virgo. Now, it could be that there is a loss of a soulmate here. You won't get united with them again. You have to let them go. Maybe they left you for some reason. And so whatever you do it very well. At the same time, you know there are no other options than letting them go. Some of you here deals with a lot of authority. You could be the authority in your field, or you could be dealing with someone else who are the authority in some kind of field. To some of you, there is someone here who could be playing some kind of a game, like I am the authority, trying to take your ship, and this could be someone who are maybe a little older, I don't know, but they are in your 5th house, and they're dimming your light, they're dimming your fun. Because having fun is being playful. We know what to do, when to do it, and how. And so I see someone here taking the stage on your behalf, taking your crown, which belongs to you after everything you've been through. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo, or someone with strong Virgo placement. We also have Sagittarius here. Now, anyway, when we say the sun signs, it is the energy that you need to focus on, not necessarily that they are born in that specific timeline. So someone here have been, robbing you of your crown, and that alone could be a soulmate. And at some point, you also see that this kind of grief, this kind of suffering is exactly what you need in order to evolve who you are and to move on from the situation you're in. Because you know that in the end of the day, fame or fortune are for empty vessels only. The only thing you need are the things that can feed you, keep you warm. And we need love. And by saying need love, need is not exactly a word I love to use. I'd rather say that we are love, and we need to let that love, that fountain of love, that sounds cheesy, let it down. And I see that in regards to work here, there is a fence. Someone could keeping you outside the prominent circle. Someone here are taking your crown, taking your honor for things that you have done. But just standing tall, you won't have it. So let's see what you're going to do about it. We do have 8 of Swords there. Somehow I see you tight. I see you bonded. I see that some kind of bond is keeping you away from what you're supposed to do, or keeping you stuck in regards to what you're supposed to do. But it's all in your head. It's all in your mind. The tears are there, and yet you know that it's time for you to become a butterfly. I use the caterpillar allegory a lot because that's what we are going through all the time, especially in big times of our life. Now it's a very prominent period. Maybe I say that a lot too, but I feel that the old days where things was like you don't have to worry about bills or a roof over your head. We were children, and we thought that as soon as we get adults, it's gonna be so easy to get that crown. We couldn't be more wrong, could we? Now, in regards to the crown, it's usually a programming. However, you don't need that crown. You don't need that limo. You don't need that castle, because we see most of those people who have or possess these things, they become sick. It's a sickness to have all this kind of power. There are very few people who can maintain their angelic energy and presence to become, I'm not saying that being abundant, people seem afraid of being poor. But what I'm saying is to have something in between, enough to feed yourself, enough to create something fun, enough to make a painting, enough to create a new dress. But you don't need 10 castles in order to have a good life, because with that creates responsibilities. And if you have all that power, you will not have much sleep. Like I try to sleep now, you won't have much sleep because there's so much to do and so many things you need to keep in order at all time. All right, so be the empty vessel and only let light into that vessel. Right now you might feel stuck, maybe specifically in a relationship, and it's tough to let people go in our relationship. You have the Magician in reverse here, so it could be so that being unaware of it, you might throw mantrams. Speaking English, making sound in general is a form of magic. It's scientists call it cymatics. It's an acknowledged fact that sound do make some kind of magic today. It's not some kind of magic, it's a kind of magic. It is magic, you know, in before. Today we call it cymatics, and it's also possible to manifest things through sigils and how we view things. And we are manipulated or brainwashed into thinking that we are never good enough. That's why we manifest things all the time. But we are also manifesting the blockage that really you are the one who are the one that deserve this crown. But yet, who will let you in? So on your medium Queely here, we also have 7 of Wands. You really need to be like a cat, is constantly hissing and slamming its paw. It's raising its back and its tail, and its ears is going backwards as it's hissing at you or at people. Like, go back off, you know. This is beside the 9th house, sorry. So the Magician here is the darkness, is where we are fumbling around, trying to find that tiny spark of light and hold on to, so we can become magnificent. So 10th house here is 9 of Swords. You are healing from something. You're coming out of something which have given you a lot of pain. And that alone is painful, because pulling out those swords from your back is alone very painful. You also have 6 of Coins, so you have 6 twice. If you are dealing with a relationship, the connection is very strong. We also have 2 twice here. The connection is very strong, okay? And this is maybe someone you have to let them go, either you like it or not. And it's a tough kind of thing. It's a tough kind of process, but we are leaving off to a new world. We are leaving off to a world where you can't really bring in things that have some kind of gravity that pulls you down into the density, where it's okay in just pointing now recently at someone who had an interview, and so few people are scared of giving out names on who these people are who are pulling the strings, although they are hidden in plain sight. Pulling the strings in order for people in general to be as low vibration as possible, and think a little bit about what you buy, about what you eat, about what you consume, and how people in general have normalized certain things that on the next level or wherever you're going, it's not acceptable. Some of you are on to the next ship, will be picked up to the next ship. Of course, it's not external of you. You will bring yourself there through your own spiritual revolution. It's like your own spiritual chrysalis stage, where you are in that frozen moment for some time, and where you finally get to spread your wings. So we have 8-8 again. So the transformational process that you're going through now is quite intense. But I see you work very hard. I'm super proud of you. Whatever you're doing, maybe there is some anxiety attached to it, but you're going into a very beautiful place. I do, however, see that within you, there is this energy of not really willing to let something go. You know, that little child that had to go through a lot. That little child is afraid of letting certain things go. What happens when I reach a new stage and it's all empty there? But if you don't make that choice, the choice will be made for you. Knight of Coins here, interestingly enough, is not coming. Death here is something you resist, the transformation. And yet, in the end of the day, when you've gone through a lot, where your inner child is finally starting to move from the chrysalis process, you have the High Priestess here, and you have 10 of Coins, and you have 2 of Cups. Now, if that's not wonderful, I don't know what the heck is wonderful. As a Venus in Virgo myself, I'm going to claim this, this ending right here. Thank you so much, Virgo. If you like my way of doing the reads, please hit subscribe, like, and many, many free kisses for you. Love you so much. Catch you on the flip side.